fire makes the living room feel quaint and cozy. I've never been a fan of dominoes. I figured the time wasted playing dominoes could be time well spent playing a rousing game of Parcheesi. Linsky's taste in books ran the gamut from lackluster all the way to incomprehensible. Sheesh, even I know you don't keep bananas in the fridge. Freezer's well stocked. Well, it's pretty clear Linsky didn't intend to starve himself to death. Linsky wasn't exactly a fashion animal. Most of these clothes look 20 years old. Waste not, want not. Scrap paper, notepad. Junk mail, catalog. Shirts, pants, sweaters, nothing interesting. Brand new cotton briefs. Larges, too. I wonder if I oughta... Nah. There are only 31 pieces on the chessboard. Seems like an odd number. Looks like Linsky bookmarked the address for Delores Lightbody. So Linsky signed a book deal and wasn't delivering the goods. The question is, why? It appears Carl Linsky was about to dump someone named Delores. Blackjack and dominoes, and 21 horizontally, vertically, and diagonal. Maybe Linsky had some code number if the dominoes were placed in a special order of 21 in all directions. Flashing by the 4, the 9, and the 8. These three numbers are probably useful. There's always time for a new case. I wonder if this was for Linsky's personal use. If so, he may have had a little addiction. Delores Lightbody?
Yes, indeedy.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking into the death of Carl Linsky.
Oh, well, do come in.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Well, this is certainly exciting. A real live PI. I love detective novels, you know.
Is that right?
I guess I've always had a certain fascination with private dicks.
Well, I'm afraid that real PIs like myself, we're nothing like the ones in the novel. We're actually very, very boring.
I don't believe that for a second. I'll bet if you found the right partner to do some undercover work with, you would liven right up.
Tempting thought. But, I'm just too much of a lone wolf, I guess.
The best ones usually are.
Well, I can see you're still pretty shaken up about your boyfriend. Maybe this isn't the best time to be asking you questions.
What if I refuse to cooperate? Will you interrogate me under a bare bulb?
Well, maybe later, if you played your cards right. Right now, we need to get back to Carl.
Well, all right. Where to begin? Where to begin? It was about 3 months, 11 days ago on a foggy night when Carl and I first met. Naturally, it was love at first sight.
Interesting. Had you and Carl been drinking heavily that night?
Actually, Carl came to have me draw up his will. That's what I do for a living.
Well, be a sweetie and tell me who's mentioned in the will.
Just for you. The primary beneficiary was that trollop, Sylvia. You know, just between us, I believe Sylvia may have driven Carl to his death.
Well, who else would want Carl dead? Besides Sylvia, of course, and the off chance that it wasn't suicide.
Surely you don't mean murder?
Let's just say the police didn't find any trace of banana peel up there on that bridge. Now, I've got a few more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, I'd do anything to help. I think you know that. I loved Carl desperately. We were very happy together. I can't for the life of me imagine why he did what he did. I'm afraid Carl's estate consisted of his home and his speeder and not much more. I'm afraid Carl wasn't very good with money. He stipulated in his will that everything be divided between his daughter Sylvia and the North Hill Clinic. Of course, the real money that trollop Sylvia will get will be from his life insurance policy. That was Carl's way of making amends to Sylvia. And I'm sure it's the only reason Sylvia has you investigating her father's death. Carl worked there for years. It's a very exclusive medical facility, you know. I've been in touch with the director, Arnold Sternwood. He's an extremely attractive man, but also very busy. If you'd like to see him, I can try to arrange an appointment with him. I'll call you and let you know. Then you'll have to owe me a favor. Carl received regular packages from them. Vitamin supplements, I suppose. Carl was very health conscious. He often said he wanted to live forever. This note is clearly a forgery. I will not dignify it with a response. Me? Oh, I'm still in shock, as you must imagine. It'll be weeks, maybe months, before I'm able to love again. I don't play very well myself, but Carl did. He said that life itself is a chess match. Carl loved to play games. Many a romantic evening we'd while away the hours playing dominoes or backgammon. Carl also loved to play chess. I can't really help you there. Carl's wife left soon after Sylvia was born. Oh, Carl did the best that he could, but he never felt that he'd done a very good job raising Sylvia, and she never appreciated her father. She left home when she was very young and went into some unsavory kind of work, escorting or something like that. Carl's heart was nearly broken. They hadn't been close in years. It's too soon, Tex. Allow me to grieve first, and then we'll see what grows between us.
So that was my introduction to Dolores Lightbody.
Oh, the way she talked about Carl, it sounds like she was living in denial.
Actually, it was Sausalito. But she did have a way of looking at things through steamed-up glasses. And she also had some valid concerns about my client, which I brought up with Sylvia later that day.
Here are the things from the police. There wasn't much. His wallet, a set of keys, 2 go to the house, 1 to the speeder. The other 2, I don't know what they go to. They also gave me a copy of the suicide note.
I'll check them out. I've got a few things I need to run by you. I went out and I talked with Dolores Lightbody today. Apparently you two aren't exactly soul sisters.
She is hideous. I don't know what kind of black magic she used on my father, but I can't think of any other explanation.
Dolores told me about the will. Apparently you're the beneficiary.
Why are you treating me like I'm a suspect? For your information, if I sold the house and the speeder and added it to the cash, I might be able to pay off my father's debt. I'm not going to benefit from this will.
Except, of course, the $1 million life insurance policy.
I'm not going to get a cent of that. I'm surprised you're even asking me about that. You know, life insurance policies don't pay off in cases of suicide.
And that's why you retain my services.
Well, you can think that if you want. But I don't have to stick around here and be insulted by the hired help.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'd violated PI Rule 17. Never upset a client. She was right. I was the hired help, so I went back to work. The manila envelope Sylvia had given me turned out to have some pretty useful items in it. grandfather clock. Grandma Murphy always found the name sexist. Why would anyone keep something this handsome and ornamental hidden away in the attic? I hope this is just a space heater. Nothing useful. Paper, pencils, paper clips, not much else. Year-old tax return. Fascinating. Locked. Junk mail and an old computer manual.
They're in my head. They're in my head. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. They're in my head. Oh, get them out. Oh, get them out. I can't take it any longer. Get them out. Get them out. Ah.
What the hell was that all about? I wonder what Linsky did to this Blaine Werner person. Maybe he stole his tricycle. The pain is unbearable. If Linsky really wrote this, I'd like to find out exactly what he's referring to. Sylvia Linsky's credit report. Looks like money management isn't one of her strong points. From the looks of this, Linsky had a secret special place that he didn't want anyone to know about. My mother still hasn't forgiven me for quitting piano lessons. Then again, she still refuses to believe the rumors about Liberace. Linsky's secret workshop was out by the spaceport in an old warehouse. The key from the manila envelope fit the lock and I stepped inside.
Was anyone there?
No, and I doubt anyone had been there since Linsky. The place didn't appear to have been searched, judging by all the interesting things I found.